Stallman shirts that they've been wearing, and it's a tribute to an 8th grader, Austin Stallman, who's battling cancer. So not only are they coming back trying to win this thing, it's always a part of the community, and I think that was pretty cool. I noticed those shirts the last couple days and found out what was going on. It's really unique, and they're really supporting an 8th grade kid who's going to be a wrestler, you know. He's going to get back on the map.
You do. I mean, Alburnette's just a small-town community, as is Woodbury Central. You know, and a lot of these schools are, and it's just that's what brings these schools together. These tight-knit stories, and like I said, it's just unfortunate. There's always a winner and a loser sometimes.
When we act as an advocate for Iowa farmers,
I rise up.
When we reinvest $80 million in a decade to bring jobs to rural communities,
I rise up.
When we provide nearly $500,000 in scholarships to young Iowans each year,
I rise up.
When we invest in solutions that create opportunities and improve the quality of life for all Iowans,
I rise up.
We're Iowa Farm Bureau, and we do these things because we're your neighbors. We're Iowans, and nothing feels better than seeing Iowa rising.
Opportunities are out there. When it comes to getting maximum productivity from your acres, who can you turn to?
I got a guy who works with me to customize a plan for each acre, not a one-size-fits-all solution.
I got a guy who knows which corn products will help me get more out of this field.
I got a guy who digs deeper and treats my business like it's his.
Who do I turn to? My Channel Seedsman.
Find your Channel Seedsman at channel.com.
2A semifinals here at Wells Fargo Arena, Des Moines, Iowa. Mark Ironside, Bob Selby, and Dave Bingham. A lot of action here. Really appreciate the guys in the truck getting us that replay on Hanson. That was something special that we saw. It was great that we were capturing it with four cameras going to get that thing back up in the middle. That was pretty cool. So appreciate that.
We'll definitely have to try to catch up on these 4 matches, but I'll tell you one thing, at 2:20 right now, 4-1 is the score here with Ryan Parmalee, the defending state champion, at 2:20, a 4-time place winner, and the second-ranked Cale Minders of AGWSR. He found himself down early.
Yeah, I didn't see how the takedown happened, but got taken down right to his back for a takedown and 2 near fall, and it almost happened again where Parmalee tried to hit a little bit of a throw right there against Minders and almost got put to his back again.
These guys are 1-2, both undefeated. Parmalee, the defending state champion. Minders, obviously, no slouch himself, finished 3rd last year and 7th as a sophomore.
There's a takedown there for Parmalee. That tightens the score up 4-3.
Mat 5 is Matt Nag of Sibley Ocheyedan. Andrew Peterson of Woodbury Central Mobile. Peterson with the 1-0 lead. Clayton Jewell and Zach Hickson on mat 3. Clayton Jewell of North Cedar Stanwood, and Hickson, of course, of Don Bosco. 8-5 Hickson leads.
Should be getting 37 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Minders got himself in trouble there.
On mat 6.
Trying to throw Parmalee, and Parmalee had a good hold on him. He ended up right on his back.
Mat number 4, the top right corner mat. Cash Wilkie out to a commanding lead right now by a score of 10-0. They're only in the 2nd period of that match.
Uh-oh.
There's Parmalee right there about ready to get the fall. Can he do it as the time runs out? No, but he's going to get 3-point near fall.
Should up it to a 7.
Give him the football too, huh, Bob?
6-4, 7-4 lead, 6-4. Parmalee's up 6-4 now. And you just mentioned this comfortable lead, Cash Wilkie, and he looks good. 10-0 over Ryland Richardson. This is a one. Richardson's been ranked number 2 most of the year. So that's the distance between Cash Wilkie really distancing himself from the field. Down from 2A, of course, Odebolt Arthur 2A last year. They're 1A. Shouldn't really make a big difference. 12-0 now. Minders woke up Parmalee. Something fierce.
Yeah.
Ooh, look what a shot over there by Woodbury Central. Holy
Peterson.
moly. Right off the whistle for a 2-point takedown.
Hickson does get the win.
So Don Bosco on the board. Should have mentioned too, folks, that Alburnett with a couple big wins pulls back in front, 103 to 84.5 over Clarion Goldfield Dow's. Wilton still in 3rd with Southeast Warren right there behind him in 4th, but they're way back Wilton 30 points back at Clarion Goldfield. Alburnett at 18.5-point lead as we speak over Clarion Goldfield.
Cash Wilkie over here with another 2-point takedown. Coaches tell him to release him. Get this tech fall.
And then we're going to get our first look at Levi Paulson. 24-1 senior from Woodbury Central Mobile, taking on Skylar Popham from Clarksville.
Cash Wilkie over here on mat number 4 with the technical fall. 16-1.
Wow. So Wilkie and Hickson, the 1A final. Wilkie awfully impressive.
Hickson took over Richardson in the last rankings for second spot, so that's a 1-2 final there. Wilkie and Hickson. Parmalee and Minders, of course, as I mentioned, are 1-2 right now, both undefeated on mat 6. Trading jabs, 8-5 now, 8-6.
Mat 5 still nagging Peterson. Peterson on top, 3-1. As we get the third period there.
Now when we're getting Joe Ricker here of Mount Air on mat 4, the heavyweight match.
Yeah. 47-0.
We've talked about those long overtime, somebody's got to win. In the quarters, he had just an epic battle with Cody Thompson at Grettinger Terrell. He outlasted him. He got away.
There's a lot of people staying in the building to watch that match last night.
Oh, man. Wow. These are the last 4 matches of the day, you guys.
Hard to believe.
That doesn't feel right.
Feels like we just started. Maybe
oh, look at that throw.
Holy cow.
Right there.
Looking at mat 4.
Wow, look at these guys get after it.
Ricker and Jacobs.
That is on the top right corner of your screen right there.
Avery Jacobs. New London.
Ricker right now on top, getting some near falls against Jacobs.
Now Ricker was
Jacobs comes out on top with the reversal. These guys are just going all over the place. Great wrestling here between these two.
These guys, hey, this is a good way to have a heavyweight battle. Absolutely. They're moving around. None of this 1-0 stuff.
No pushing each other around for 3 periods. It's
4-1 Paulson there on mat 1 over Popham also. Now, Ricker number 1 now by the benefit of Landon Paulson ceding to his brother Levi, who for 2 years, he was ranked at 220 2 years ago. He was up here, but he just got too big. He couldn't cut down, so they had 2 heavyweights. And they trade off for 2 years now. They've just switched. Both of them usually about 24-25-0. Landon in the finals last year, and Levi wrestled in the duels, and this year they flip-flopped. Landon, how many people are going to do that? Ricker.
Hello.
My goodness.
Mat 4.
That's it. Ricker from Mount Air. Oh, potentially dangerous for slamming him. I was talking about earlier. Yep, return to the mat safely.
That's tough, isn't it, Coach?
Boy, I don't know. That's a tough call by the referee there. I'm not going to say I disagree with it because I went, oh, I mean, that was pretty impressive.
We're looking at it again on the replay.
You put 285 pounds down safely when it's that high.
But this was just great wrestling by Ricker. Nice little throw by, and then picks him up.
Strength.
I think he brought him down very safely right there. I thought that was...
His arm never left underneath him, the positioning.
I thought he returned him real...
That was good.
Completely safely. So Jacobs of New London right there, he better thank that referee if he comes out of this because he was on his back and that was tight.
Yeah.
Peterson, Peterson the win on mat 5 over Nig into the finals for 220.
That is a lot of weight to pick up and
and
put down nice and gently like that.
And look how casually Ricker did it.
He did it. He did exactly.
I just think it's so difficult to do it safely too in that position, and it didn't go with force.
No, he doesn't want to end his streak here on a disqualification. No. That's for sure. He's not going for that. But
he doesn't mind working.
Now I'm not sure the strategy is the same anymore for Jacobs. He doesn't want to have that happen again. 7-1 Paulson on mat 3, by the way.
Who won over there on mat number 5, 5-2? That was Woodbury Central. Peterson win that?
Peterson, another Woodbury Central win at 220.
Central Mobile.
Parmalee out in front, 11-7 now on Minders.
That's the third period with only 10 seconds to go, so it looks like Parmalee is going to be in the finals again.
First loss of the year for Minders here in 5 seconds.
Wow.
And you know, it's one
94-0 combined, those two.
Great job by Parmalee coming back from that quick 4-0 deficit because he got through The guy thrown fast and hard while we were away.
And Paulson in cruise control, 7-1 in the second period.
Ricker 4-3 in this, or 5-3 in this match. Ricker could be a lot more, obviously, but now it's going to get interesting to see what Jacobs has left.
Yeah.
Paulson up over there, commanding 7-2 lead right now in the second period.
You know, Ricker #1 by the benefit of Landon Paulson allowing Levi to wrestle. That dropped Levi. Levi enters the rankings at #2. Ricker moves up from #2. Landon was a finalist last year. How many finalists are going to let their brother wrestle? I'll just sit back and watch him. It's his turn.
I'm sure Mark would do that for his brother.
Well, after a wrestle-off.
Yeah, right. That's right.
But you know
That's
what?
how you settle it, right?
Landon might be the only person in the state that can beat Levi. We don't know.
Levi wrestled last year, and he came up just short, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He was runner-up last year.
Landon was the runner-up.
Landon was runner-up.
And Levi wrestled in the duels. They've traded places this year. And 2 years ago, of course, Levi was their 220-pounder, and both of them were in the rankings. But Landon's a finalist and a two-time place winner, and decided to let his brother wrestle. He got third as a sophomore and second as a junior.
Jeez.
Both one-loss campaigns.
Boy, Ricker right here from Mount Air, he likes going this upper body double unders.
Stick with what works for you.
You've seen what's the pace of this match slow down a little bit. That was awful fast out of the gate for these two big guys to be able to keep that pace going.
Yeah, they were entertaining the crowd, that's for sure.
They're entertaining me. That was pretty dang impressive by Ricker right there.
We're talking mat 4, Ricker on top, 5-4.
It's definitely some outstanding stuff here for heavyweights to keep the crowd this excited. Sometimes, you know, they can get a little slow.
Ricker, the athlete with their haters down the right side of his
look at
singlet.
this. New London's Jacobs chooses down, but Ricker immediately says just go both up. So he gives him a point. So now this guy scores 5-4, which really surprised me, unless he thought he was going to give up reversal or something.
Huh. Yeah,
but I'm surprised he didn't at least try to ride him
not?
out and make him spend some energy. Jacobs spent some energy to come up.
Use time and wear him down. That is strange.
Interesting.
Ricker knows his business.
Oh, look at that. Jacobs he ain't scared to go there.
He's been given an opportunity. He's going to take advantage of it. We'll see if he's got anything left here. 5-4, 127 and counting.
God, this is fun. This is so much fun. I love watching stuff like this. These guys have just been getting after it. I'm so used to the college stuff, I'm like looking for riding time. Riding time not a factor right now.
Yeah.
Look at Ricker getting those unders, coming back to the center. Paulson wins over there for Woodbury Central, or Peterson, or I'm sorry, Paulson.
Yeah, you're right, Levi.
Peterson was the 220-pounder.
So back-to-back finalists for Woodbury Central there.
Yep.
After an up-and-down campaign, they had a rock-solid lineup this year, and just a lot of trouble down the stretch.
Peterson and Paulson, though, come through tonight for the
sure
final.
Was upset.
This one is going to be fun, this ending one, with Ricker and Jacobs, mat 4. Ricker on top, 5-4.
Jacobs, or Ricker, excuse me, still just hoping no overtime, please. I mean, he's logged more minutes than anybody here. Not too many coaches have two heavyweights that can reach the finals at the same, you know, the ability to reach the finals at the same time. That's a pretty interesting problem for Coach McElrath of Woodbury Central to have, but two big 6'6", 285-pounders both signing with Iowa. They won't be wrestling, though. They'll be blocking.
Jacobs, there you go.
6 seconds left.
I'm surprised Jacobs he's gone it for it once, and he waits until like there's really no time left to go for it again, but it's going to be Ricker in a wild one coming out on top, taking on Paulson, so it'll be interesting to see.
What will Ricker have for us for that final?
I know it.
All right.
Entertaining.
That's going to wrap it here from Wells Fargo for 2A. We'll be back with more on the Fairway Championship Network.